What is up, good people? It is your brother Jerry Flowers, and I'm with some kings on today. My brother
Warren Francis
and my brother
Neil Hughes.
And we just want to really kind of talk about the confessions of a husband. I think sometimes it's difficult for men to be open and vulnerable with their fears, with their inadequacies, when we don't really know what we're doing. You know, we really don't. I know with me, leadership and being a husband was something that, I studied for and I prepared for, but I kind of learned some things along the way. So hope this is good for y'all. So let's chop it up and let's have this conversation. Warren, talk to us. A husband, what are the difficulties, the struggles?
The difficulties and the struggles, I would say, is learning who you are supposed to be. So you have an image, right, of what a husband should be like.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a husband role model, like someone who's married, like it's different from having a father figure. It's having someone who's married, godly, and an example for who you need to be in a marriage. So I'm coming in with no example of a husband. That's tough, man. I feel like I need to be someone who's just assertive, strong, makes the decisions, and is just the head of the household. Not knowing that I have to have a level of emotion, a level of understanding, and the willingness to be helped.
Yeah.
And that was difficult.
So difficulties and challenges in a marriage. Okay, let's say I was married previously, and what I thought I was as a husband, I thought I was a good husband. So coming into a different marriage, obviously there was a reason why I went through a divorce, but I didn't think I got it all wrong. And so I modeled the same behavior that I had before, completely with really on my part, a unrealistic expectation of what the results I should be getting from my wife. And it's just like, Warren, just like you said, man, it's like learning to become the person that your spouse needs, not necessarily who you think you should be for your spouse.
Yeah.
And it's like, I like to think I'm a straightforward shooter, honest person, but like my honesty comes across as hurtful and mean, and it's like, and it's ugly, and there's a better way to do it. And so like learning how to do that and become that person has been a real struggle for me, and it's something that I don't take lightheartedly, and it's not something that comes easy to me. To remember to like soften and be tender and just like pull it back, and there's a truth there, but in what way is it being delivered? My wife's an amazing woman, and to the point that she's not afraid to speak up and speak and let me know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, sometimes it comes from, like she's really angry about it, and she, doesn't know how to express herself, but she's not afraid to give me that critique so I can grow. Because the worst thing I could expect is for her not to say anything and just take it. And what is that doing for me as a man? How am I growing? How am I being challenged or corrected or enlarged or changed or anything? So I really appreciate that part of the struggle. And it's funny, like you said, you didn't have that husband role model of who to follow. Man, I tell you what, my stepdad was that role model, and I didn't know it. I didn't know it until recently. There were some moments growing up in my childhood where I was like, I would never let my wife talk to me like that, or like I would never put up with that stuff. And I even told my stepdad this. I call him Dad. I was like, Dad, I would never let that happen in my household. Da, 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 da. He's like, son, you don't know. And man, he was right. I didn't know. Because it's not about winning an argument or standing your ground against your wife. It's a dance, man. It's a give and a take, and so just finding the right posture in my heart to submit to God, to submit to my wife. It doesn't mean I'm less of a leader. It doesn't mean she's gonna respect me any less. So just those are probably my biggest struggles in marriage.
So why do you think it's a big thing for men to express when something hurts? Or it's like we're not the ones that will book a session. Like we're not the ones that will book a counseling session, a marriage session. If something is wrong, it usually seems like it's our wives. I kind of want to just know from your perspectives, why does it seem as though we're the last one to like let people know, hey, we're struggling, we're drowning, we need help?
Yeah. I think it comes like honestly, I think it's rooted in society. Like, as a man who leads a family, you press forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you push on through this, and it's sometimes you're just, you know, in the muck. You know, like if it's like getting off road in your truck and you're stuck and you can't go anywhere and you're spinning your tires. But you know, like, no, I'm just staying on this gas. Eventually, I'm gonna grip something. I'm gonna get out of it. And it's like, hey, there's a better way to do it. Like, let's get out of the truck. Let's go get some sticks and like get out of this pit. But and that, I think that really takes our wives sometimes to push that.
Like Neil said, like we was raised in a society where men fix everything.
Yeah.
And then it comes to the ego. Like, I don't want to let anyone into my problems. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then what's also hard is there's a image, especially with social media and all these things nowadays. There's an image that you portray, and there's people do this without knowing. They highlight what they see. Your goals.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wish I had a husband. I wish I had a wife like that. I wish I had a family like that.
Yeah.
And behind closed doors, you're getting everything together. So you know, like, if you release one little niche or one little hiccup, everyone's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah.
And I think like we're afraid.
Here comes the judgment.
we're afraid of that in some aspects.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I like to say I don't have anything hidden. But you're not gonna see what we go through that's difficult.
Yeah.
Some people that's close might see the growth. Some people probably won't see anything and just be like, man, they've had it since day one.
Yeah.
Until we say something like that. At the end of the day, what I want you to see from our family is that we are still going. Like, we got married young, we went against all odds, and we're like a testament to like, this is possible.
Yeah.
And I forget it sometimes, because sometimes I look at my friends, I'm like, bro, like, you're living life because they're traveling to this. And then they'll reply like, bro, like, you have everything I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I think as a man, we kind of get lost in what we're trying to portray and what we're trying to fix within ourselves and not letting anyone else in.
Yeah.
Not understanding that I have two brothers here already that are married. It doesn't matter if you just got married or if you've been married longer. You still have something that you've gone through that you can help us with.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah. I think it's similar to what both of you said. It's this false sense of macho masculinity that we try to act like. I mean, we're strong, and it's almost like when we see a spot in our leadership or a spot in our manhood that has a weakness in the armor, we try to fix it versus, okay, hey, maybe my wife can fix it. Maybe counseling can fix it. Maybe, and I just think it's just pride. It's pride, and it's our ego to want to be strong. Everything that we're projected to be, this strong, this leader, this king, this warrior, and then sometimes when we're not warriors in certain areas, we're not ruling like a king in certain areas, it's hard for a man to honestly sit back and be like, this part of me is broken.
Yeah, this is too much weight for me. I can't carry all this.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like too much weight to carry. You know, we're taught to carry our own weight, and then if you're putting off your problems on somebody else or seeking help outside of that, it's like, well, now you're not carrying your own weight. You know.
Yeah.
What's funny is, as simple as this is, right? Groceries, right?
Bro, I was thinking that in my mind.
Men always carry all the groceries in, right? And there's times where my wife, yes, you, because she's gonna be watching, she will come home from the grocery store and have all the bags in the trunk, and then I'll hear her trying to get some of that stuff, and it drives me nuts. Like, just come in and be like, hey, babe, like, you know, and let's exchange the baby, you know, you take care of the baby, I'll go and get all the groceries. And I'm a one-man trip. I have stuff in my pinkies. I'll be struggling, but I want to get everything done.
Yeah.
And one time she was just like, bro, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
I've done that before, man. I have a whole bunch of like camera equipment or something I'm trying to carry downstairs. I think more recently I've been asking for help. You know, like I'm trying to deliberately, Jerry, she's your helper. You know what I'm saying? She's your helper, so start asking for help more. I'm really trying to train my mind, like, you need help, bro. You need help. So if you're carrying this camera, this tripod, this light, this, hey, you need help. And there'll be times before, you know, she in the background, there'll be times before I'm like, I got it. And I know I might be struggling with something, you know, but I'm trying to teach myself I'm a man. I can carry all of this. I got it. You know.
Ooh, but I might be in the danger zone. I might be in the danger zone there. So I might be in the danger zone with this one because, you know, I've got 3 boys and 2 daughters, and the boys are both, you know, 12 and 11 and 9, and then the girls, they're 14 and 10. And I'm constantly telling the boys, hey, grab that, don't let her pick that up, or you go outside and get the groceries, or you pick this up or pick that up. And it, you know, it's the expectation that I have as a man, and I'm already pushing it onto them, like, hey, you're gonna carry the weight. And you know, it's like, and I'll ask the girls to help, but at the same time, I'm not expecting much from them. You know, it's like, hey, and they're like, well, the boys can do it. And I was like, just go grab a couple bags, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And if the boys come back with anything less than a full load, I'm like, what the heck, man?
What are you doing?
Like, you just got 1 bag and your sister's got 10.
What is one quality as a husband that you think you've got it? And then what's one quality that you know that you need to get better at? One word.
For me, I think one quality that I do have is improvement. And you know, I'm always improving. Like since 2012, Jerry has become obsessed with being a better man. I will never live in winter longer than I have to. I'll never live in summer longer than I have to. I'm gonna transition with the transition. So I think for me personally, a quality that I do have is I'm always gonna be a better version of myself the next month. What I don't have is, I think I really still need a lot of growth with patience. I think I've grown in patience, but man, there's some things that I just need to have more grace space, be more patient, listen to you more. And I really think I've been improving with that, you know, listening to you, but just being patient, recognize that you're a helper. And what I've been telling you this year, I've been trying to do is understand that you are my divine helper. So I actually let you do that. So I know I need help with that. UK?
Loving her.
You.
Loving her. I mean, I tried to make it plain that I love her. Like, you know, like, I mean, I tried to let her know, like, she's beautiful. Every day, I'll do something to let her know. Even when there's an argument, if like we hardly have any anymore, but I'll still be like, I love you. An area I can improve in, or that I know I need to improve in, would be doing stuff without being asked. And I don't do it intentionally. I legit will wake up like, I need to do this, and this, and it will legit just be this. And then the other things is like, she'll bring up how I was supposed to do it, but at that point it seems like an excuse.
Yeah.
So I might as well just handle it. I'm getting better with doing things as I think of them.
Yeah.
So I'm working on it, but I know that's the area I need most improvement in.
I'd say the thing that I've got is probably gonna be forgiveness, or like letting things go. Even if, I mean, it sounds weird, but like even if I'm the one who like has an outburst or I'm upset about something, I get over it really fast. And same thing, you know, if I have to, you know, if she's angry with me for an extended amount of time, you know, I have the ability to just, hey, just be calm about it. When is this over for you? You know, and wait that storm out, and to not just give up or not have any grace for her, or try to throw things back. I think one major thing that I need to work on is seeing myself as my wife sees me and not how I see myself. Because I have a hard time identifying my own flaws when I look at certain areas where it's so blatantly obvious to her, and then actually listening to her to hear that so I can make that adjustment. I think my wife probably gives me better advice than anybody on this planet, honestly. And I got to do a better job of listening and applying that to my life.
So I think like the most part is just really being able to understand that we need help. Our wives are assistants to our evolution of manhood.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and if a man can really understand that God put that together so perfectly that you're a leader, but bro, you're gonna need help. And she is your assistant, almost like a secretary to your evolution. And if we could learn how to render our ear and listen and not view her as nagging, maybe we could be better husbands.